Yeah, hey, just so you know, when I talk to you guys on YouTube, pretty much speak from the hip. I really don't have my lines written for me. I don't think about my lines ahead of time. I start talking about things, and I'm getting a lot of views for someone who isn't trying hard. I mean, I've got 5 subscribers. I don't know who they are. But I don't care. I've got, I guess I've had like 450 views in the last like 28 days or something like that. Pretty good. Someone who isn't trying hard to advertise the fact they got a YouTube channel. I had not much of a set going for me. So much crap. Them behind you. The up every baby. Crap, basically. Clothing, whatever, crap. Just my own little life collection of shit. Where I at. Not much. Never had much. For all the pain I've had. I suffered from some subdural hematoma in Portchester recently. My mom killed herself, by the way. Anyone who doesn't know that out there. She killed herself in 2008. I called the Greenwich police over and over about that. 7 months or so leading up to her death. 7 or 8 times I called them, 911 and non-emergency. They did nothing. One time I called, she mentioned suicide more than once. I knew she was going to do it. She did it, so I was right. See, I had the good, sane judgment to call that one. I guess the Greenwich police are very sane in the head. None of them. Because a lot of them saw her. I guess they aren't that sane in the head, like the blondie guy. Blonde-haired guy that pulled me over in Greenwich. The same blonde who talked to my mother-in-law. He was on the microphone. He wasn't pressing anything. He was just talking into it. He was doing something. So we were both crazy, I guess. Well, ain't that crazy? I witnessed that. They didn't give a shit about her. They were trying to get to me. Through my family. You fuck with my family. Well, I fuck right back in my own way. Alright? I think they're tricky in Greenwich. I'll tell you what it is. Lawrence Congiu, most likely mafia. He has a place. I looked him up. I did a search on him. He has his old father's places, 4 of them. One in Greenwich. He's still living at 15 Greenway Drive. He has an address there still, Lawrence Congiu does. His father's dead now. Deceased. Okay, I lived with the whole family. His brother lives in Norwalk. He has another brother in Florida, or the same brother still in Florida. Okay, and the Florida brother, well, all can share the same addresses. It doesn't matter. Congiu, Larry Congiu, under his name, he also has a place in Lawrence Congiu, that's his real name, Lawrence Congiu, 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 I believe. Yeah, Congiu, you spell it like that. Congiu, Congiu, or a J, Conjiu, either which way. You can figure it out for yourself. He also has a place in the middle of Connecticut somewhere, in the woods somewhere. Or I guess he does his dirty work. I don't know, from Connecticut. Who knows? Or most likely mafia. Or say Sicilian. They're not Italian, they're Sicilian. So you know. I had a Frank Muro get his ass by my mom, sex for the rent. Frank Muro, that is. Muro, M-E-R-O. Or M-I-R-O, which way you want to try it. I think it may be M-I-R-O. But no, I think it's M-E-R-O, I believe. He was my landlord. I was born and raised in Greenwich, Connecticut. Born in Greenwich Hospital, the old one, before this new one was built. My fathers are responsible for the architecture, the landscape architecture, all the landscape around that hospital, all that beautiful landscape. He decided all of that. Even that whole statue in the middle, he did that. He did the Hyatt. My family did a lot of things around here. My father's a Vietnam vet, for Christ's sakes. My uncle's a veteran of the Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard, that is. Defended our borders. My grandfather's a veteran on my mom's side. That's on my mom's side, my uncle. On my mom's side, my grandfather's a veteran of the British Royal Navy, for Christ's sakes. And my grandfather on my dad's side, veteran of World War II. He's a World War II, or he was a World War II vet. May he rest in peace. My favorite man in my family was my grandfather, the World War II vet. I love World War II vets. Of all the people I've ever run into in this United States of America are the World War II vets. They're the best. Best of the best. They were the toughest. Yeah, they had a little technology, but in the end, they were tough too. Tough as nails. You know what they say, no pain, no gain. Well, my name's Payne. Payne's the name. Payne's the game. No pain, no gain. Now it's time to gain. They know they did wrong here. Well, I can't tell you because of the lawsuit process. I made a lot of money suing. Well, I'm going to say who I'm going to sue. I'm not talking about much, but I'm suing an entity. Let's put it that way. An entity. Not a human being, not one person. No, an entity. For a large sum of money. So all you guys know out there that I would like to run for mayor of Stamford. Starting now, I'm going to start my campaign. Republican mayor of Stamford, Connecticut. Stamford, not Sanford or Stanford. What do you call it? Stanford. No, not Stanford. California. Right. It's a Stanford in California. You don't say Stanford. They say Stanford. Stanford. A lot of people say Stanford around here. Republican. That's a change. Fresh. Young. No gray hairs. You know why? I never had a wife. I never had any children from any woman. See, I never needed any woman to give an abortion because of me. Have an abortion, but that way I give one or never have one. And I'm not your English professor. I don't speak that well. But again, I can't lie either. If you don't speak well, you can't twist the truth around. I'll get to the bottom of it here at Stanford. What's really going on? This is the heart of it all. All the problems getting to have, really. This has been the heart. It still is the heart. And now part of that heart, well, that heart has moved up to the governor's office, probably, at this point. I mean, Roland was a criminal. 25 years, 30 years. My family knew it the whole way through. I didn't know it right away. But I found out when I was like 15 or so. My mom told me about our family knowing it. Well, what did my grandfather do for a living? Well, spying on this country, too. Did he? All around the world for a while. Before he became assistant director of audiovisual services for the UN. And not director, he would have become director, but however, for technical reasons, for his own safety, really, they didn't put him there. Okay, that's how they do it there. Top brass, they keep it safe. Anyway. And by the way, my family had a house in backcountry Greenwich, just below St. Mary's, Birch Lane. I forget the name of the house, but I always know that house. My mom always took me to show it to me. So she grew up. Fourth generation there in Greenwich now. Fourth generation in Greenwich, okay? But I was raised second generation English. That's how I was raised by my mother, not my father. So I've always been doing the talking out there. Maybe it's time to listen to the horse's mouth for once, not the horse's side to speak. You need to put me out the pasture real quick. See, I'm like an Arabian stallion. I ain't never been married. I had a dog. It's all I'll be responsible for. See, I'm responsible for the people, not for my own family, not for my own, whatever, well-being, not for my own pocket. And what happened to me, I can only tell the truth. I can only get to the bottom of the truth. I'm a truth seeker. I seek the truth. Let's find out the truth in Stanford, what's really going on. Why are roads the way they are? Why the roads are all the way over Connecticut? The White House has a statement to make on MSNBC. Well, the archives got it called. Well, I got it. Want to? I do it. But anyway, I watched it. I was there watching it. Worst road in the entire country lie in Connecticut. Not the federal highway system. No, not the Bear Parkway. None of that. But the worst road, local and state roads, are in Connecticut. I agree. I drive all these roads all over the place. I love Connecticut. Drive around. It's beautiful in the fall and spring. All the time, it's beautiful to drive around Connecticut. Roads are usually pretty well maintained. The Bear Parkway is. The highways are. I don't know that much. Yeah, a lot of state routes are pretty good. But you go through Stamford on Route 1. Why is Route 1 so fucked up here? I mean, the Republicans obviously care more in their towns. How they're doing there, right? Maybe they're just doing it themselves. Forget the state. Let's do it ourselves. Like Greenwich and Darien. They don't want to pay their roads. State ain't doing a good job, though. Up and down that state route, Main Street, Main Ave, that's the state. That's the state route, I believe. Anyway, Route 7. When you get up there, you see, like, through Wilton, I don't know how you get it done. But I'll make it happen. I'm a Republican, yeah. Definitely, I'm a Republican. But I'm not going to tell you what type of Republican I am. There's many different types. All right? But oh, it's good for people. Or maybe I'll just start a new party called the Human Party right here at Stanford. We'll start it. What's good for humans? Now, are you a human? Are you just a dancer? Well, I'm a human. Are you a robot? Or are you an android? What's good for people, really? Let's think about it. Maybe the truth would be good once in a while. The truth about what's going on in government. We gotta start somewhere, right? Act locally, think globally. That's how I think. That's how I run my life. Always have for a long time. Watch Biodome. 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 Biodome, the movie with Pauly Shore. It's an oldie but a goodie. You will laugh. You don't want off. But you'll get a message from him. It went like this. Act locally. Think globally. That's all you really can do. So I'm doing all I can do. I'm trying to be all I can be for the people. Like my grandfather was one of the best civil servants to ever come through the UN ever. I was raised by that man practically. And granted, he wasn't the favorite guy in the family, but he raised me practically. I was taught that all people are equal. No matter how much money they got in their pocket, what color you are, what creed, what race, what religion, whatever matters. Doesn't matter. It's all your opinion. Hey, you like chocolate ice cream? I like coffee ice cream. But can't coffee ice cream? But can't we get along? Can we all just get along? Like Ronnie King said. I think he put it best. Can't we all just get along? I think we can, with the right leadership. You gotta have something to bring people together. That's period. Not money. It's not about money. Money doesn't bring people together. It just kind of separates them, actually. You need someone to bring people together. Someone to bring all walks of life together. Get out a little something. Doing something right here. Connecticut. Republican style. I'm out. I'll be back, but think about it. What do you want up in there? Another mayor that we have that you don't even know, you don't even see. I don't know, wait on the Republic. I'll be the parade going, yo, I'm your mayor, yo, what do you want from me? What do you need? I'll make it happen. But in life, I don't believe in hope or anything. I'll be honest with you, I'm an atheist. But my PTSD makes me want for the best for the weak or for the people that need the most. Definitely don't need anything. So I'm saying, Republican though, yeah, definitely. I have from Greenwich. I know Republican. It's not that bad. It's not about rich and poor. It's not about it's people. Gotta come together. Come together right now over me.